what's your general impression of how the entire electoral process has been?
I would, without hesitation, say that it was one of the most smooth and peaceful elections in the past 12, 16 years. Very few incidences of violence, a little bit at Volta region, a little bit in the north, and that is nothing to write home about. Yeah.
Now, don't you think that, I mean, some of the supporters of the NPP have already started celebrating and jubilating? Don't you think it is premature? What do you make of this?
No, you see, it cannot be premature. First of all, they have been informed of their votes. They've been informed of how they of the voting pattern. Now, they have also been told that they have won majority in parliament. They have also been told that the gap between, at 94% of the count, the gap between Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, ex-president, is about 944,000 votes. So that is cause for jubilation in the first place. Except that they are being harassed.
What do you mean they're being harassed?
They're being harassed by the silence of the Electoral Commissioner and by the utterances, the unguarded utterances of the NDC.
Such as?
Such as declaring numbers that are non-existent. They declared, some portals, NDC portals were declaring above 50%. I mean, why do you want to do that? We all know that NDC is a party born out of violence, and we pray that they are born again. We pray that they are born again. But as it is now, they are trying to, their actions are very provocative. And you know, Ghanaians will not be provoked. They refuse to burn the country. They refuse war. Ghanaians insist on peace. And if you don't want the peace, they will take you and prosecute you. They will not. Even those, a lot in the opposition, a lot in the current NDC party administration will not allow the country to be turned into chaos. So if their leaders are going to create that premise, they will stop them. But not everyone has sense. Unfortunately, the NDC, just a few of them are capable, are, sensible, unfortunately. My opinion. So all we are saying is that at this point we are telling the youth, the teeming youth who have voted massively, unprecedentedly massively for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to say that we are telling them, jubilate in peace, enjoy, do not go into confrontations, just enjoy the victory. And I know by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the end of today, John Mahama will do the patriotic thing and concede to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency the President-elect.
Okay, now, Fadi, one more thing. Prior to the elections, I'm sure you're aware that the EC stated that the timeline for the declaration of the results was 72 hours. Now, due to this, don't you think that it's a little bit unfair to say that she's being hesitant to release the results? Well,
why? It has never happened before. Why she is the only person who is holding on to results? Afrajan never held on to results, even in spite of all that he did that pulled us back. He never held on to results. As the provisional results were coming, he was declaring them, validating them, and declaring them. Why is she silent? That, you see, she might be innocent, but that is creating the suspicion that is rife amongst the masses. Why create that suspicion? Why create that suspicion? Come out and start declaring and let people know that, so she should come out and start declaring, And I know, look, John Dramani Mahama, my personal opinion of this man, in spite of the fact that I criticize him for the incompetence of his government, But he, on a personal basis, he's not a bad man. He's kind-hearted, he's good-hearted. And so I am banking on the good heart that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has to take a look at the Ghanaian, the poor Ghanaian, and feel sorry for this poor Ghanaian, and not add more disaster and add more tension, more pressure, and make his living more hellish than it is as it now.